They're sitting behind nicely and fairly comfortable, it seems now, the Slovenian Kogosvek. And they're just starting to leave now. Tabola in third. Slight gap between second and third of around 7 to 8 meters and growing as well. Now the Chilean Valenzuela is just starting to edge clear now. Small gap developing between the front pair. Gap of around 5 meters now. Kogosvek will be fully aware with his guide runner alongside, 2 circuits remaining. They won't want the gap to develop. They won't want it to grow any further than 5 meters. Still the Chilean Valenzuela leads and looks comfortable in front. They've just started to pull back this gap, still around 4 to 5 meters, but fairly comfortable. At the moment for Kogosvek. Now the Chilean goes again. This is where he went further clear in the previous lap, and he's doing the same again, but this is more decisive this time. That 5 meters is now growing to 10 and maybe more. This could be a race-winning move rather than waiting for the bell. And look at that, that's now 20 meters, 25 meters. And Christian Valenzuela, with around 600 meters to go, really put the hammer down. And it looks a race-winning maneuver as they hear the bell. It looks like Christian Valenzuela is set good here to win the T11 competition. Robbie Kosogowek will be in second. There's third place, Francesco Tabola. And Theo Mathis, T12, is in fourth. But it's the Chilean who's dictated the pace from the front, has run his own race. And that's been good enough to win the T11 here and win by a very comfortable margin. 200 meters to go. Into the home straight for the final time. Christian Valenzuela is cleared by a full 80 meters into the 100-meter straight, and it will be Christian Valenzuela to win our first event on track on the final day in Nottwil. He takes the T11 1500 meters at 4:39.40. In second, Robbie Kosogowek of Slovenia. Francisco Tabola will be in third for Plus Sports, and fourth in the T12 category, Theo Mathis.
Theo Mathis auf den letzten Metern seines 500-Meter-Laufes. Das ist das einzige Rennen, welches er bestreitet im Rahmen der Paralympics. Und in 5:30 kommt der junge Mann ins Ziel, 29 Jahre alt, erst der Mann aus Sion. Die 1500-Meter-Strecke der sehbehinderten, der blinden Athleten bereits vorbei. Und unter weiteren Kategorie macht mit wir bleiben in der Strecke wechseln. Die Kategorie kommt auf Prix. Im Kugelstoßwettbewerb befinden wir uns inmitten des 4. Durchgangs im...
So as the Chilean in the pink who got to the front straight away, knew exactly what he wanted to do. And just slowly edged clear over the first couple of laps, and then with 600 meters to go, there was the decisive move, and built up a huge lead, and it was relatively comfortable in the end for Christian Valenzuela. He wins the T11 1500 meters.
Mit 10 Meter 01 im vierten Versuch seine persönliche Bestweite am heutigen Tag. 2 weitere Versuche erwarten ihn noch. Der Argentinier Hernan Emanuel Urra hat jetzt im vierten Versuch ebenfalls eine neue Bestweite aufgestellt. 15 meters 30, the new best put of Argentinas Hernan Emanuel Urra.
Two athletes in the next round of 1500 meters. T20. From Denmark, Mohamed Hersey. And from Chile, Vladimir Ariel Parma-Concha.
Bis wir den nächsten Schweizer Athleten im Einsatz sehen, dauert es eine Weile. Dann über die 100 Meter Strecke Eskin Hermann, Bojan Mitic, das sind dann die beiden ersten Schweizer Athleten, die wir im Rennrollstuhl im Einsatz sehen werden. Aber jetzt Konzentration auf Mohamed Hersey und Vladimir Ariel Parma-Concha.
Being brought forward on the right, an athlete from Denmark, Mohamed Hersey. And on the left, the Chilean in the green spikes, Parma-Concha. T20 is the classification, and again, 1500 meters.
Die beiden Athleten in der Klasse 20 gehen das Rennen sehr schnell an, forsches Tempo.
So with just the two athletes, we have a match race here. A little bit of cat and mouse then. What's the plan? Especially for, in second place, Mohamed Hersey. Is the plan to sit on the shoulder of Parma-Concha and then strike? Then a question of when. Will it be with a lap to go? Will it be when the bell sounds, or even late on? Pulling out wide, looking like he's got the pace to do so, but just biding his time at the moment. And then the tactic for Parma-Concha is really to set some times and maybe just put Mohamed Hersey under pressure early here. Keep that good pace. And hopefully for his sake, gets Hersey in some kind of bother. 2 laps to go. Vladimir Parma-Concha leads, still by only a metre from Mohamed Hersey, who looks full of running in seconds. Chilean in the front, striding out nicely. But you do feel that Hersey, at the moment, is running well within himself. And you're just waiting for then the attack to happen. Into the home straights, 2 laps to go. Hersey pulling out wide, still yet to attack. I'd imagine it will be on this penultimate lap. There we go, there's the bell, so just the 1 lap to go. Well, it's still Palmer Concha in front. Down the back straight, 300 metres to go. Hersey out wide, Mohamed Hersey of Denmark. Is he going to attack down the back straight? At the moment, it's still the Chilean Palmer Concha in front. Hersey now attacks with 200 metres to go on the outside, but he hasn't made the move stick at all. He's still in second and struggling at the moment to pass the Chilean, who's keeping up that relentless pace in front. Mohamed Hersey out wide. Attacks again. This time goes in front for the first time of the race. It's Mohamed Hersey with just over 100 metres to go, and that was the crucial time. And now kicks with 50 metres to go, and Denmark's Mohamed Hersey is going to win the match race with Chilean Palmer Concha in second. Hersey wins 4 minutes 10:26, beating Palmer Concha. Well, in the end, it was a fairly comfortable margin of victory, but I suppose in the race it may have caught 1 or 2 out, thinking that Hersey would have maybe passed Palmer Concha earlier. It took until around 150 metres from home for Hersey to make his move, but when he did, it was decisive in the end and wins comfortably. T20, 1500 metres for men, Mohamed Hersey with the win, beating the Chilean Vladimir Palmer Concha.
Wir sehen gerade den 5. Versuch, leider ungültig. Der 5. Versuch von Rasim Yakin aus Aserbaidschan. Liegt bei einer Bestweite von 10,97 Meter im 4. Versuch. Hat sich da laufend einige Zentimeter gesteigert.
It was always a cat and mouse game, as I said beforehand. It was just a matter of when for Hersey, and it was 150 metres from home where he eventually struck and takes out the T20, 1500 metres.
Der Schweizer Patrick Stoll mit dem 6. und letzten Durchgang. Und ihr Max. Achtung, Start 15 Meter, Männer, nächste Kategorie. Die Athleten aus Dänemark mit Anders Lagerling, Norwegens Björn Komsu.
Off and racing for our next 1500 metres, T38 and T37. T38 athletes here, Anders Langergren of Denmark, Konsund of Norway, Erting of Denmark is a T37 athlete, Igusa, Japan, T37, Rodriguez Velasquez of Mexico, also T37, Enriquez Torres of Mexico, T38, and Bunum of Belgium is a T38 athlete. These slightly cooler conditions won't be disliked by the, I'd say, distance runners, but 1500 meters compared to what we have with 100 meters. At the moment, we have a breakaway. And as Lagergren with 2 laps to go. He's clear. He's the T38 athlete. T37 of Igusa. Clearly leading the T37 contest. Followed by the Norwegian, Konsund. He's in 3rd place. In 4th, he's the 2nd athlete from Denmark, Ertlind. Rodriguez Velasquez of Mexico in the yellow. Followed by Bunen and then Enriquez Torres. But it's the relentless Anders Lagergren. Very tall athlete. Upright posture and into the home straight once again. Excellent race by the Japanese athlete Takafumi Igusa in T37. And look at the distance. These two miles clear. And about 80 meters clear as they hit the bell. Back in 3rd place is the Norwegian Kongsund, with Ertling just behind. Erting for Denmark. But it's these fellow Danish teammates, Lagergren, who took this up early. And alongside the Japanese athlete Igusa, has put this race to bed in terms of a victory for T38, T37 as well for Igusa. So these two striding clear, yes, on the track, Lagergren in front, but in terms of their classifications, 2 different classifications. So both of these, the red Anders Lagergren of Denmark and the blue of Takafumi Igusa of Japan, clearly winning their classifications. 4:22 for Lagergren, who collapses to the floor. Brilliant time by Igusa as well. 4:30. The Japanese athlete has stopped the clock in the T37. Coming in second in the T38, Kongsund, followed by Erting in the T37. Well, 2 dominant performances there. Anders Lagergren of Denmark, T38. And also Takafumi Igusa of Japan in the T37. 2 very special performances, winning both classifications. Wanted to get to the front early. Trying to find room. You see in the centre, Lagergren, the tall figure in the red. Short of room, didn't like it there. Switches to the outside to get out of trouble. And as they crossed the line with 3 laps to go, it was relatively race over. I think certainly benefiting Takafumi Igusa. I know he's in a different classification, but having that pace in front, something to aim at, especially for the first couple of laps, has really helped his race. And these two dominate in the 1500 meters.
absolviert hat und diesen Kugelstoßwettkampf des Trainings abschließt.
Underway with our next event as the 1500 meters comes thick and fast this morning in Nottwil. And we have another match race, both in the same classification, T46. And leading is the Chilean Mauricio Esteban Origo Campos. Leading the Danish athletes, Christian Olsen. And Christian Olsen finished in 7th in the Paralympic final in Tokyo, recording the time of 4 minutes dead, 0.16. And a very similar contest, I fear here, actually, to our previous couple of races ago, where Mohamed Hersey of Denmark, also of Denmark, just sat behind and waited to strike. I think we're in for the same here. So the Chilean Origo Campos in front, and he knows that the strike is going to happen at some point. And Christian Olsen, maybe watching the race earlier with Mohamed Hersey. And I wonder if it's going to be the same around about 200 meters on the final lap to go. Or will he strike earlier?
Origo Campos als eerste unser Applaus haben Sie sich verdient. Die beiden können die hier sagen. Jetzt ist Olsen ein bisschen in der besseren Position. Warten aber allerdings noch, um da die Position 1 zu übernehmen.
Hast du deinen weil der Morgen läuft jetzt alles normal ab. Wenn du das nicht machst, hast du deinen Rückschub.
Well, it's happened earlier than the race for Mohamed Hersey and Palmer Concha. Origo Campos in second. Well, what can he do now with Christian Olsen in front and the Danish athletes starting to use those long strides to just edge clear with every stride, just the extra few centimeters. And now he has a 5-meter lead. And I fear that's just going to grow here as they come into the home straight for the bell. Looks very comfortable in front. Christian Olsen being cheered on by the Danish team there just by the home straight near the finish line. Final circuit, and the gap has grown to around 10 meters, and it will just get bigger here as Origo Campos in these match races. Unfortunately, when you get to this stage, you know your fate, and it can be fairly difficult to maintain that pace and try and close. He will, of course, try, being a professional athlete, as mere mortals would have folded by now. Christian Olsen. It's not going to be near the time he set in Tokyo for the 6th place, 7th place. Just over 4 minutes. It's going to be further than that. Into the home straight. There's the 4-minute mark. Now, credit here to Origo Campos, who's closing once again. Olsen starting to tire in front. Here's Origo Campos down to 5 meters. He needs the line. Olsen gets there just. Well, Christian Olsen, whether he was taking it easy in front or he started to tire, well, on the line, I think he looked fairly comfortable looking round, but a bit of a scare there. Origo Campos found a second win. There's the the athletes in Mauricio Rigo Campos. What was I saying with a lap to go? Settling for second? Not the case. Ends up finishing in second, but going down by a very, very small margin. I think Christian Olsen just maybe took it a little bit too easy there in the home straights, but still wins the T46. Plenty of credit goes to Origo Campos. Well, it looked to be very, very comfortable for Christian Olsen until late on. Once he got in front, the gap at one point must have been 30 meters. This is where Olsen started to go in front of his Chilean opponents. With a circuit to go, you thought, well, he's going to be this distance, if not further, on the line, but not such the case. I think Olsen here is just taking it easy rather than tiring in front. And look at the gap on the line. Origo Campos flying late on. Oh dear, only by a meter, but Olsen wins.
From Chile with her guide on the 3.5 laps now. 1500 meter für die Chilenin Margarita Faudes zusammen mit ihm.
Ja, hier können wir rüber. Alle? Ja, wir haben nicht Nachmittag.
On track is Margarita Faudes of Chile, just the one athlete in the women's T11. She raced in Tokyo. She failed to qualify for the final, finishing in 5th place in her heats, running 5:46.5 seconds. See what the Chilean athletes, who are well represented here this morning in the 1500 meters, can do in Nottwil. Racing on her own. Relative against opponents, that is, obviously with her guide, Margarita Faudes of Chile. Turn 32 in a couple of months' time. And she has 3 circuits ahead of her. This is the final 1500 meter race. Until later on this afternoon, where the 1500 meters will finish these 3 days at Nottwil in the World Paralympics Grand Prix. We'll be over to the 100 meter straight very shortly after for a 10:50 start time, local time, for the 100 meters. Plenty of events taking place in the field as well. Shot put we saw earlier. But at the moment, all eyes on Faudes of Chile on her second circuit. So looking for 5:40, I'd imagine, being the time for Margarita Fortes of Chile. Into the home straight, Margarita Fortes of Chile, 41 years old, will, of course, taking this T11 category. Final circuit then for the Chilean athlete. Crosses in 4:35, so she could well be close to that mark she ran in Tokyo.
Dale, Margarita, vamos. Dale, dale.
$200 meters to go for Fortes.
Noch rund 150 Meter für Margarita Fortes aus Chile und ihren Guide im Gleichschritt. Perfekt synchronisiert. Da liegen ganz viele Stunden Training drin.
Into the home straights, and the Chilean Margarita Fortes wins the T11 category. It's going to be close to 6 minutes. Just over 6 minutes. 6 minutes and 1.16 for the Chilean.
Chile.
They're delighted. And plenty of Chilean athletes, by the way, represented here this morning. Great to see. A large contingent from Chile. Also from around the world is Nottwil track, well known as being one of the quickest on the circuit, if not the quickest when it comes to wheelchair racing, which of course will be very prominent today, especially over the 100 meters, which will be our next events on track.
Wochen Zeitwürden in der Vorbereitung sind euch allen so stellvertretend ein riesengroßes Dankeschön. Wer ist heute dran? Dienstmeldung, dass ich wieder euch Chauffeur. Merci vielmals. Wir haben wieder jemanden rausgepickt heute, eine helfende Hand, repräsentativ für alle hier, die mithelfen. Es ist das Linda Beiträchtiger und ihr Musikwunsch folgt sogleich.
Confirmed times then for the men's set T35 to T38 category, with Lagergren and Igusa winning their respective classifications. Plenty of shot put action whilst those 1500 meters were taking place. Results you can find on the World Parathletics websites, updated results as we go through this final day's action.
In about 10 minutes, we will start with the champion competition of women's category S46. We have 3 athletes who are competing. From Brazil, Susanna Nahirde. From India, Hamanaben Achabachi Chowdhury. And from Thailand, Pachere Vitente.
Ich habe das Gefühl, ich bin vorher mehr gerannt als die Athleten. Also ich richte die Kamera aus, du kannst mir ja sagen, falls... Also ich bin jetzt halt relativ tief. Sonst mache ich es noch ein bisschen höher, wenn du willst.
Every revolution starts by a single spark. Can we build the world's fastest racing wheelchair? Yes, but not on our own. Over the past 4 years, the best in their fields have joined forces to build something new with groundbreaking potential. Aerodynamically perfect, simultaneously light and rigid, as swift as an arrow, and as precise as a Swiss watch. After countless hours of development, testing, optimization and collaboration between the athletes and engineers, we can finally reveal the fruit of our work. OT Fox.
Zahlen Sie nur für den Schutz, den Sie wirklich wollen. Mit unserer neuen Autoversicherung. Allianz.
In wenigen Augenblicken ist es soweit. Willkommen zum ersten 100 Meter Rennen am heutigen Tag, an diesem dritten Tag der Paralympics in Nottwil. Gibt uns gleich Gelegenheit, nochmals ganz herzlich bei uns bedanken mit beiden Hauptsponsoren Allianz, Upstream, Evans, Orthodec und Swissnus, dem Partner World Paralympics.
Welcome back then to Nottwil, and we have the 100 meters then. Our next event on track, and it will be for the foreseeable future as well. Plenty of 100 meters, so for sprint fans, strap yourself in. Some tremendous races coming up, and very soon as well. We're starting with a regional race here. 2 Danish athletes. Jacob Burbach in lane 3, and in lane 4, Lasse Krohmann, both of Denmark.
Die Parkbahn, die Schnellbahn in Nottwil, weltweit bekannt für Topzeiten, die da auch möglich sind. Was ist bei diesen beiden Athleten in der Klasse der Framerunners möglich? Das wird sich in ein paar Augenblicken dann zeigen.
Following this, we'll have T33-34 action. 2 athletes in the next heats, and then following that, we will have a T33 and 34 race with the T33 gold medalist from Tokyo, Andrew Small from Great Britain, in a couple of races' time. Following that, it's a T34 matchup, and it includes gold and silver from Tokyo as well. So some huge names in the next few minutes here in Nottwil. Make sure you are following us on Twitter at Parathletics, so you can find all of the information, including highlights from the previous couple of days, and also all the best performances today. There's confirmation, Lasse Krohmann and Jacob Burbach. Burbach in 3 and Krohmann in 4.
jetzt im Bild. Kann jetzt mal so.
So it looks like we're set for our first race over 100 meters. Once again, Jacob Burbach of Denmark on the right of your screen in lane 3. On the left, Lasse Kloman of Denmark in lane 4. Off and racing, and it's Krollman with the lead. And Krollman is putting a wide margin between himself and Jacob Burbach. 19.24 for Lasse Kloman. And under the 30 seconds, 27.84 for Jacob Burbach. Very quickly away, Kloman, and maintained that pace and was absolutely delighted with this 100-meter season. Plenty of excellent facilities in Nottwil, and ideally situated for the next couple of hours because it's right on the 100-meter straight. And I'll be watching with a keen eye all the events. Now look at those flags, very important. The flags have gone limp now. We had some world records yesterday set on 100 meters, which unfortunately could not be counted because of the strong wind, but here the wind really has dropped. So any times will be valid. Two athletes in on next. In lane 3, Peter Cousin of Belgium, T34, taking on Maximilian Hiele of Germany in the black T33 athletes. Cousin in the blue, Hiele in the black. Waiting for the officials. It seems we're ready now. Once again, Peter Kossin of Belgium in lane 3 in the blue, T34, and Maximilian Hellek of Germany in lane 4, a T33 athlete who is just edging clear. Front wheel just rising with every turn of the wheel. Fighting back is Kossin far side. It's going to be very close. And it goes to Peter Kossin of Belgium in lane 3. Got back up after being behind for the majority of the 100 metres. But the T34 athlete from Belgium has beaten his German rival, T33, in a very, very close race. But it was Peter Kossin who came out on top. Our next event on track is the men's 100 metres T33 and T34. Lane 1, Herman of RC Central Swiss in Switzerland. T34. In lane 2, Al-Sawari of the UAE T33 athletes. Lane 3 is Lee Leclerc of Canada. Seems to be vacant. Oh, no. Here he comes. Lane 4, Bojan Mitic, again of RC Central Swiss. Lane 5, Andrew Small of Great Britain, the Paralympic champion T33. On his outside in lane 6, James Freeman, also of Great Britain, in the black with the white helmets. Warwick Holmes of Australia in lane 7, and Hugo Patterson Knight of Great Britain in lane 8. Andrew Small, T33 Paralympic champion in lane 5. Off and racing here in Nottwil, and it's a good start by Mitic, the T34 athlete in lane 4, and he's going very well in this 100 metres, and he's going to win here, and he's going to clock a very quick time, 16.30 in second. Andrew Small wins the T33 race, the Paralympic champion. Wait his time. Bojan Mitic of RC Central Swiss winning the T34. Andrew Small of Great Britain, Paralympic champion, winning the T33. Well, from one race over the 100 meters, that has set Paralympic champions to another. Lane 1, Stefan Rush of the Netherlands. All T34 athletes here. Lane 2, Roberto Michel of Mauritius. Lane 3, the Tunisian Valid Gatilla, the Paralympic champion in lane 3, over 100 meters. Lane 4, the Canadian Austin Smith, who's raced in many different distances over the last few days, finished 7th in the final in Tokyo. Lane 5, the Australian Reid McCracken, the silver medalist in Tokyo. Lane 6, Henri Mani of Finland, 5th in that final. Ahmed Nawad of the UAE in lane 7. He was 8th in Tokyo. And Ben Rowlings of Great Britain in lane 8, he was 9th. So what a race here in prospect. Six athletes who were in the final, including the gold and silver. Valid Gatilla in lane 3 in the grey, the Paralympic champion. Silver medalist Reid McCracken in lane 5 in the Australian gold. It's T34 men's 100 metres, one of the highlights of the final day here in Nottwil. Rush in lane 1, Michel in 2, Gatilla in 3, Smenk in 4, McCracken in 5, Mani in 6, Nawad in 7, Rowlings in 8. Off and racing, and a good start at the moment from Valid Gatilla, the Paralympic champion, just edging clear in lane 3. A slow start by McCracken in 5. Gatilla, he's going to take this T34, stops the time at 15.17. The Paralympic champion wins in Nottwil. He's the dominant force in the T34 classification. The Tunisian Valid Gatilla has been in great form in Nottwil, and he continues that form over the 100 metres. The Paralympic champion wins the World Para-Athletics Grand Prix. Very close for seconds. Valid Gatilla, though, after 20 metres, started to edge clear in lane 3 in the grey. Slow start from the silver medalist Reid McCracken. And this is where the Paralympic champion started to really press home his advantage. Ahmed Nawad came through in lane 7, just ahead of Reid McCracken in 3rd. Good race there by Ahmed Nawad in lane 7 at the UAE. Second place ahead of Reid McCracken. Our next 100 metres, T51. Lane 1 from Belgium. Roger Hash. Lane 2 of Finland, Tony Philspin. He was the silver medalist in Tokyo. From Algeria, Mohamed Barahel in lane 5. 4th place in Tokyo. Lane 6 from Portugal, Helder Mast, who was 7th in the Paralympic final. Ernesto Fonseca of Costa Rica in lane 7. And the Canadian Samuel Laroche in lane 8. Paralympic champions not here. Peter Genin of Belgium. But his fellow Belgian teammates, Roger Hash, is here. Won the bronze medal. Narrowly behind the Finnish athlete, Vispanen. And Vispanen in lane 4. Great to see plenty of youngsters in here as well, enjoying these sprints, learning about the different classifications. Slight delay then before our next. It won't be long. It's T51. All the spectators being made well aware. We have plenty of Paralympic champions and medalists from Tokyo here. Now lane 3, Roger Hash in the white, just waiting for 2 athletes, including Tony Philspin and also Mohamed Barahel. Yeah, looks like we're set then without Mohamed Barahel of Algeria. So lane 3, Roger Hash of Belgium, Tony Philspin of Finland in lane 4. So there's your silver and your bronze medalists from the Paralympic Games. Lane 6, Helder Mast of Portugal in the red. Lane 7, Fonseca of Costa Rica. Lane 8, Laroche of Canada. Away and racing men's T50 100 meters, and it's Tony Philspin who's starting to edge clear of Hash in lane 3. Lane 4, Tony Philspin of Finland going clear here and winning in 20 points at 3-3, beaten into second Roger Hash, and in third Helder Mast of Portugal. 20.31. Well, that's a very quick time. .31. The world record is underneath the 20-second mark. But that's a very quick time indeed. In fact, obviously different track conditions, etc., but that would have been quick enough for the gold medal in Tokyo. But here is the matchup between the silver medal and the bronze medal winner, and it went to the silver medal winner, Tony Philspin of Finland, beating Roger Hash, and in third from Portugal, Helder Mast.
heute Vormittags feiern wir bei den 100 Meter Sprintstrecke. Das ist das Programm bis zur Mittagspause und am Nachmittag werden wir nochmals die Sprintstrecke Programm sowie auch die Strecke für 1500 und weitere technische Disziplinen stehen und Rückenwettbewerb auf dem Programm. Wir einfach für die nächste Serie. Das werden Athleten ausgeklammert, Klasse 52 und 53. Von Ihnen nach außen werden wir sehen Johannes Balbert aus Belgien, Bahn 3, Prix aus Frankreich, auf der vierten Bahn, Anthony Bouchard aus Kanada auf 5 und Marcus Ferdinand Daly aus Großbritannien auf der sechsten Bahn. Jetzt wichtig zu wissen für uns Zuschauerinnen und Zuschauer, es sind
Confirmation of valid Catilla's time of 15.16 in the T34. And in the T31 to T34, 16.29 for Mitic and 17.42 for Andrew Small. Four athletes in our next T52 and T53. Johannes Balbert of Belgium in lane 3, the only T53 athletes. Lane 4 is Bryce Chanet of France. Lane 5, the Canadian Anthony Bouchard. And in lane 6 is Marcus Perino-Daly of Great Britain, who started very quickly. The T52 athletes in lane 6 is motoring here just slightly outside of his lane and will cross the line in 18.81 and easily takes the T52 category. Daly of Great Britain has demolished the field there. He easily beats his fellow T52 athletes. Johannes Balbert of Belgium crossing the line second, winning the T53 category. Very quickly away. Powerful athlete in lane 6. Just started to drift over. Had to correct himself. Second place in the T52 went to Anthony Bouchard of Canada. Well, Perino-Daly of Great Britain wins our first T52 race.
Ja, jetzt sind die Schweizer Fans natürlich gefragt. Auf der 100 Meter Strecke, da kommen wir zu einer reinen 52er Kategorie. Mit dabei der Routinier und der Nachwuchsansatz. Fabian Loh und da ein großes an den Facebook. Fabian Loh. Der nächste Serie, die Athleten sind nun gleich haben. Wer folgt den Start aus Litauen ist Skukas. Von 2 aber auch gleich geht's dann los mit der Athletik vom Rollstuhl und Pia Bösch als Einbahn.
Next event on track. Waiting for some more athletes to arrive. T52 for men. In lane 1 of Lithuania, Kestutis Skukas. Now waiting for lane 2, Thomas Gels-Pischler of Austria. Lane 3, Beat Bosch of RC Central Schweiz in Switzerland. Lane 4, the Australian Sam McIntosh. Lane 5, once again RC Central Schweiz, Fabian Blum. Lane 6, Colombian Torres Ortiz. Lane 7, Mario Trindade of Portugal. And lane 8, Matsumoto of Japan. T52 off and racing. Starting to edge clear Torres Ortiz in lane 6. Also living with Ortiz is Blum in 5. It's in lane 5, Fabian Blum. Lane 6, Torres Ortiz. Coming through is Beat Bosch as well. Very close. Oh, it could well be in lane 3, Beat Bosch of RC Central Schweiz. Very, very close on the line. Early on, all eyes were on Torres Ortiz and Fabian Blum, but through in lane 3, Beat Bosch. Could it be a 1-2 for RC Central Schweiz? It's going to be very close. The replay will tell us all.
Every revolution starts by a single spark. Can we build the world's fastest racing wheelchair? Yes, but not on our own. Over the past 4 years, the best in their fields have joined forces to build something new with groundbreaking potential. Aerodynamically perfect, simultaneously light and rigid, as swift as an arrow, and as precise as a Swiss watch. After countless hours of development, testing, optimization and collaboration between the athletes and engineers, we can finally reveal the fruit of our work. OT Fox.
Zahlen Sie nur für den Schutz, den Sie wirklich wollen. Mit unserer neuen Autoversicherung. Allianz.
Der drittplatzierte aus Tokio, Alban 4 aus Brasilien, Anisvaldo Fernandes da Silva, aus Großbritannien, Line 5 from Ray Deportes, Johnny, aus Kuwait, Line 6, Abdullah Al-Sinai.
Well, what a race we had in the T52 category. Coming through in lane 3, very late on, Beat Bosch. Let's see on the line. Yes. Very close to second. Sam McIntosh of Australia. Fabian Blum as well. Very, very close. As we move to the T53 category. Lane 1, Mateusz Rusum. Lane 2, vacant. Lane 3, Al-Qashiri of Saudi Arabia. Lane 4, Fernandes da Silva of Brazil. Lane 5 is Maltese Jomny of Great Britain. 6, Alenzi of Kuwait. Hiramshi of Japan in 7. And Mickey Bushell of Great Britain in 8. But it's in lane 3. And lane 3 will win. Al-Qashiri of Saudi Arabia beats Fernandes da Silva of Brazil. Al-Qashiri of Saudi Arabia, the bronze medalist from Tokyo, wins in Nottwil, beating Fernandes da Silva, who was 4th behind the Saudi Arabian in Tokyo and 2nd here to again the Saudi Arabian, who's been his nemesis, it seems, for the last few races on the circuits and also the Paralympic Games. Fairly level starts. Racing well in lane 6 was Alenzi of Kuwait. But then the powerful Saudi Arabian got on top late on, beating Fernandes da Silva. Times for our previous races. It's Daly of Great Britain easily winning his race, 18.79. I see the flags on the far left there. Actually just changed direction. So the wind coming in from the left for the point of view of the athletes, maybe slightly into their faces. So it really has shifted round from days 1 and 2. Lane 1 for this T54, Adrian Ruff of RC Central Spice. Lane 2, Aaron Bromiman, also of RC Central Spice. Continuing with the Swiss athletes, Dario Struder in lane 3. Lucas Williman in lane 4. Thomas van Hulst in lane 5 from the Netherlands. Lane 6, Cormac Ryan of Australia. Lane 7, Jainal Arapin of Indonesia, and Sylvan Sijanhala in lane 8. Off and racing. Quick start in lane 5 by Thomas van Hulst. Look at 7 go. Jainal Arapin of Indonesia is going to demolish his field. Look at the time, 14.37. Wow. Well, it was a quick start by Van Hulst, but unfortunately for him, he was passed fairly quickly by the Indonesian, who has just absolutely bolted in. In a time quick enough to be in the Paralympic final. Janelle Arapin, well, that was seriously impressive. Let's see a replay once again. First of all, the quick start in lane 4, Lucas Williman, and then 5, Thomas van Hulst. But 7, wow, here we go. Arapin has demolished the field. In second, Thomas van Hulst, and in third, Lucas Williman. But there was only one really athlete on the line on screen, and that was from Indonesia, who have a number of very talented athletes here in Nottwil.
Paralympics in Nottwil. Willkommen zu einer weiteren Serie aus 54 nicht vorbereiteten sind Carlos Achter aus Niederlande an 1, Hilde Schwab aus Großbritannien, Alvaro Al-Arbi aus Saudi-Arabien, aus Spanien José Manuel Macias, aus Mauritius Nefos Oser aus Band 5, Victor Stiran aus Neuseeland, Janis Günther und Maximilian Jasinski. Das sind die Athleten, die nach außen bereit.
Our next T54. Lane 1 will be the Dutch athlete Carlos Anker. In lane 2 from Great Britain, Hilmi Shawal. Lane 3, the Saudi Arabian Albara Al-Kwani. Lane 4 from Spain, Quintero Marseille. Lane 5 from Mauritius, Mefuz Uzer. Lane 6 from Finland, Nico Ristoranta. And then 2 German athletes in lane 7 and lane 8, Gunenther and Jagadiski. Off and racing, Quintero Marseille of Spain in 4, quickly away. Here comes the Saudi Arabian Al-Kwani in lane 3. Al-Kwani going clear, and Al-Kwani will win, beating Quintero Marseille and also Uzer in 3rd. Albara Al-Kwani of Saudi Arabia takes the latest T54 heat. After a very level start, started to edge clear after 50 meters. After the quick start by the Spanish athlete on his outside, Jose Manuel Quintero, who finished in 2nd. Mefuz Uzer of Mauritius in 3rd. But it goes to Saudi Arabia and Albara Al-Kwani. Here's the start once again. Fairly level starts. And in the green in lane 3, the eventual winner starts to dominate. 3-4-5 as the 1-2-3. Continuing with the T54 category. Lane 1 from France, Thibaut Durat. Lane 2, the Austrian Ludwig Malta. In lane 3 is Vasil Alraji of Q8. Lane 4 from the Netherlands, Rens van der Vodlat. In lane 5 from the United States, Evan Carell. Lane 6 from Great Britain, Dylan Labrouille. Lane 7, the German Tristan Adams, and Paul Singer of France in lane 8. Waiting for the officials. So Rens van der Vodlat of the Netherlands with the luminous green helmet in lane 4. And he's outside in 5, Evan Carell of the United States. And he's inside Raji of Q8. Dylan Labrouille of Great Britain in the orange in lane 6. Often racing, and a good start in the outside lane. Paul Singer of France going very quickly. Also in 4 now, Van der Vodlat starts to come through, but it's Singer of France in 8, leading only narrowly. Here comes Van der Vodlat to close on the line, very close between Van der Vodlat in 4 and the fast starting Paul Singer of France in the outside lane 8. Very close between the pair. That will go to a photo. Singer of France, Van der Vodlat of the Netherlands. Desperately tight between the pair, split by 4 lanes on the track. But on the line, in terms of distance, it's desperately tight. Very quickly away, Paul Singer of France. Already clear of the field, but then back came Van der Vodlat, and even on the replay, that's difficult to work out. Here goes to the judges. Whilst we wait for the photo finish in our previous, we quickly on to the final of the T54. Isaiah Christophe of Canada in lane 1, lane 2. From France, Yasser Musanganya. Lane 3, Leo-Pekka Tati of Finland, the Paralympic silver medalist. Lane 4, Gabriel Emmanuel Sosa of Argentina. Lane 5 is Esa-Pekka Mattila of Finland. Lane 6, Tomoki Akoma, Japan. Lane 7, Luke Bailey, Australia. Lane 8 is Yaman Al-Zarani of Saudi Arabia. Men's T54 100 meters. Off and racing. And a good start by the silver medalist from Tokyo, Tati, in lane 3. Just starting to go clear here. Luke Bailey in lane 7 from Australia. Also going very well between Tati and the win. Muslin Gagne came through for France to be in a photo with Luke Bailey. Leo Pakatati, though, with the win. Paralympic silver medalist wins here in Nottwil. That's equally close in second as we had for the victory in our previous. Yasser Muslin Gagne in lane 2. Very powerful French athlete, was always going to be staying on late. Has shown that over a longer distance is a very, very dangerous customer. Only just turned 20 as well. Luke Bailey was very quickly away from Australia in lane 7. There's the start. Arguably, you say actually the fastest starter was Luke Bailey. This is where Tati really starts to motor in lane 3. Oh, close for second. Maybe just Luke Bailey actually near side in lane 7. But we await the judge. Let's see this again. Very close. I'm going to stick with my initial thoughts there regarding lane 7, Luke Bailey for second. .35 the time confirmed for Arapin. Very quick time in terms of T54. That would have been enough for an 8th place finish in the Paralympic final. And it was in a heat that well, we thought maybe not the fastest times would come from. Shows you how quick this track is and the quality of athletes here. So the men have finished their sprinting and it's time for the women, a regional race to start with. Norwegian Julie Saresnet in lane 3 and then 3 Danish athletes in lane 4. Thea Jorgensen in lane 5, Christine Jacobsen, and lane 6, Andrea Overgaard. Away and racing, and in lane 5, Christine Jacobsen is dominating here from in 6, Overgaard. Christine Jacobsen of Denmark wins in 19.59, underneath 20 seconds. Second place for Andrea Overgaard. Thea Jorgensen in 3rd for a 1-2-3 for Denmark. And the Norwegian Sarsenay in 4th. Christine Jakobsen with the win for Denmark. Well, there's confirmation of the photo finish for the men's T54. Van der Vodlat winning for the Netherlands in 14.77. 14.79, Paul Singer in lane 8. And in 3rd was Evan Carell of the United States. Well, a brilliant race in prospect next. It is the women's T34. Over 100 metres. And we have the Paralympic champion Hannah Cockcroft of Great Britain in action. Now, before the T34, more regional races. Julia Sarsenay then in lane 3, Thea Jorgensen in 4, lane 5, Christine Jakobsen, and lane 7, Andrea Overgaard. Often racing, and in lane 4 it's Thea Jorgensen, and Thea Jorgensen's going to win here, beating Andrea Overgaard, with Sarsenay and Jakobsen 3rd and 4th.
Wir kommen zu den Rekordrunden. Bei den Damen in der Klasse 37 mit Cerebral ist sie das Nonplusultra. Die Goldmedaillengewinnerin in Tokio diese Distanz, Hannah Cockcroft, die wir dann im Anschluss gleich auf Bahn 3 im Einsatz sehen werden.
Our next event on track at T34 for women over 100 meters. In lane 3, we have the world record holder and also the reigning Paralympic champion from Great Britain, Hannah Cockcroft, in lane 3. In lane 4 from Belgium, Joyce Levev. In lane 5 from Great Britain, Fabian Andre, the silver medalist, fifth in Tokyo. In lane 6, Cecile Goins of Belgium. Lane 7 is Sarah Clifton-Bly of Australia. And in lane 8 from Great Britain, Natasha Setlin in the red. Far right of your screen, lane 3, Hannah Cockcroft. World record holder. Set that world record in Tokyo. 5-time world records holder over various distances from 100 meters up to 1500 meters. 16.39 that time in Tokyo. She's well used to setting records here in Nottwil as well. Away and racing for the women's T34 100 meters, and it's a good start by Hannah Cockcroft, far right of screen in lane 3, and the Paralympic champion is going clear here in Nottwil. Eyes on the clock. Cockcroft 16.62 wins the women's T34. Tremendous time, 16.62. Just over 2/10 of a second away from her own world record. And the Paralympic champion wins at the World Athletics Grand Prix here in Nottwil in the T34 category. Hannah Cockcroft dominating the T34 division over multiple distances and wins over the shortest distance of all, the 100 meters. Far right of screen in lane 3. Hannah Cockcroft away nicely, sets a very good time. Look at the distance on the line. Close for second in lane 5. Fabian Andre in second for a 1-2 for Great Britain. Joyce Levev in third for Belgium. But Hannah Cockcroft wins and just shows her domination. That was seriously quick.
Wir freuen uns auf ein wirklich spannendes Rennen. 100 Meter Prix mit Kino und dem Bruno als große Favorit.
Let's head down to trackside and hear the latest news from Nottwil. Well, as the athletes line up for our next event, breaking news from the shot put, a new world record. Nico Kappel of Germany has thrown 14.99, and that's beaten the previous record in the F41 by a wide margin, 14.31. And we'll hear from Nico after this next contest. That is some world record. Off and racing in the women's T53 100 meters. In lane 4, it's Catherine de Brunner of RC Central Schweiz. Catherine de Brunner wins again in Nottwil. 15.72 for Catherine de Brunner. No one can touch de Brunner at the moment. And that is another world record. My word, Catherine de Brunner. They're going to have to rename the track here at Nottwil after you. 4 races, 4 world records. Catherine de Brunner of RC Central Schweiz. Another world record. Doesn't matter what distance, doesn't matter what conditions, Catherine de Brunner will not only win, but she'll be smashing world records left, right and centre. In the pink, in lane 4, against what is a quality field. Away quickly and beat Samantha Kinghorn in second. The British athlete at the moment so far in Nottwil has just seen the back wheels of Catherine de Brunner and has watched these world records fall. We will await confirmation of the time, but my word.
Nico Kappel, was für eine Show, mein lieber Scholli. Du hast den neuen Weltrekord aufgestellt, du hast den alten nicht einfach geschlagen, sondern du hast ihn förmlich pulverisiert am Schluss. Nimm uns mit, wie geht es dir?
Ja, ich bin jetzt mega happy und letzte Woche hat schon super funktioniert, da hatte ich einen schönen Wettkampf in Halle, also noch in Deutschland, da war es schon extrem mit 14,94 Meter dann als neuen Weltrekord und ich habe jetzt mit einigem gerechnet, jetzt eine Woche später. Ich hatte ein bisschen eine schwierige Trainingswoche, weil ich so völlig runtergefahren war und happy war, dass das so gut geklappt hat, weil davor war der Weltrekord bei 14,31 Meter und jetzt, dass ich hier nochmal einen nachlegen kann, 14,99 Meter jetzt. Ich bin mega happy und danke an Nottwil, danke an die Schweiz. Das fühlt sich einfach richtig gut an, danke.
Mega, mega cool. Du bist ja eine Riesennummer. Ich muss es sagen, letztes Jahr schon eine super Saison. Paralympics Bronzemedaille und jetzt sendest du hier noch die Kirsche auf die Torte.
Ja, ich muss sagen, letztes Jahr war ich gar nicht so zufrieden mit mir, weil ich immer wieder Verletzungen hatte. Ich habe mich dann aufs Podium gerettet sozusagen in Tokio. Ich bin ja als Titelverteidiger angereist gewesen und ja, deswegen bin ich jetzt umso stolzer und umso glücklicher, dass wir jetzt im Winter die Fehler, die wir vielleicht letztes Jahr gemacht haben, dass wir das korrigieren konnten und dass ich jetzt wieder so fit jetzt hier sein darf und dann solche Weiten stoße.
If you don't mind, we would change to English, if that's okay. So, we tried both. Nico Kappel, again, amazing what you bring out here today. It was a really big show. How was that competition for you? You were, with every try, you were better and better and longer and longer. How was it for you?
Yeah, I tried in English, so my English is very bad, but we see. Yeah, it was a nice competition for me today. I arrived yesterday, I had a good feeling, have a nice night, and then in the morning I I feel my body and say, okay, it's a good day for me. Let's go. Let's have a good competition here in Nottwil. And yeah, from one attempt to the next, everyone was a little bit better. And then the last one with 40.99 world record. I'm so happy. That's perfect.
Amazing, amazing. How do you celebrate that? You should do a big party, in my opinion. Do you have any plans?
Of course, yes.
A gentleman is silent. That's perfect. All the best. Congratulations, Nico.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Nottwil. See you next year, hopefully.
See you next year. Thank you.
Well, that's absolutely tremendous. Nico Kappel was absolutely delighted, and so he should be. A world record in quick succession. A world record followed by Catherine de Brunner's record. Often racing in the women's T54. Shauna Bouquet of Ireland in lane 4, just ahead of in lane 6, Jorgensen of Denmark, and wins in 17.94. Bouquet of Ireland, just ahead of a Danish rival. And wins the first of our T54 for women.
Nottwil schreit wieder mal Geschichte, respektive die Athleten selbstverständlich. Nico Kappel, Katrin de Brunner, fast schon im Minutentakt, Weltrekorde und was für eine Stimmung, was für eine Performance. Ganz, ganz herzliche Gratulation diesen beiden Athleten. Natürlich jetzt in diesem Moment die wirklich herausragende Leistungen gezeigt haben. Und zwar jetzt steht noch an für die 100 Meter Sprintstrecke. Gleich geht's los mit den Athletinnen. Folgende sind am Start: Katrin Kohl aus Luxemburg, Vanessa Cristina de Sousa aus Brasilien, Melanie Woods aus Großbritannien, Jessica Suarez aus Brasilien, vom Rossum, Zentralschweiz, Cesar Schulzis auf Rang 5, aus Finnland, Sini Pauker auf 6. Dann aus Argentinien, Valeria Yara, und aus Australien auf Rang 8, Amy Fischer.
Next heat of the women's T54. Lane 1, Catherine Cole of Luxembourg. Lane 2, Vanessa Cristina de Souza of Brazil. Lane 3, Melanie Woods of Great Britain. Lane 4, Jessica Suarez of Brazil. Lane 5 is Lisa Schultes of Switzerland. Lane 6, the Finnish athlete Sini Pulkieri. Lane 7 is Valeria Yara of Argentina. Lane 8, Amy Fisher of Australia. Well, here in Nottwil, we've had world records in the shots, and also Catherine de Brunner again. Look at those flags. It's not like the wind is blowing down the home straight. It will need to be rectified in terms of the world record. We'll be hearing from Catherine once again. Athletes are set for the T54. Cole in lane 1, De Souza lane 2, lane 3, Woods, 4, Soers, 5, Schultes, 6, Pulkieri, 7, Yara, 8, Fisher. Off and racing. Quick start in lane 8, Amy Fisher. Here comes through Pulkieri of Finland in 6, who's just starting to edge clear. And inside is Schultes of Switzerland. Here's Suarez of Brazil. And in lane 3, it's Melanie Woods who wins 17.34. Well, all the attention was in the outside lanes early on, but the strength of Melanie Woods showed late. And the British athlete wins the T54. Melanie Woods of Great Britain Ends up winning comfortably in the end on the line, but during the race certainly was behind for 3/4 of the contest. That doesn't matter though in 100 metres. You need to be in front where it matters most. On the line, and Melanie Woods has beaten her opposition over 100 metres in the T54 category. One of the best races we've had so far this morning. Decent start in lane 3 in the white. Certainly in lane 6, Bakary in front. But then through late on the inside, it was Melanie Woods from Jessica Suarez of Brazil in second. And I think Schultes in third. But the British athlete Melanie Woods wins our latest T54. Only minutes earlier, Catherine de Brunner has broken another world record.
Catherine de Brunner, what an amazing day again. I mean, it gets crazier and crazier with every race. 4 starts, 4 world records. Can you handle the emotion still?
No, I don't realize it. It will take me a while to realize that I did 4 world records in a row. It's so crazy. And I'm extremely happy. My little nephew is here. I'm his godmother. He was born when I was in Tokyo. And my whole family is here. And my friends. And I'm so incredibly happy to share this moment with them.
Amazing and so cute. Your biggest fan is here. I mean, how did you feel in the morning after these 2 crazy days already this morning? Did you feel good? Did you think that it's possible to do it again?
When I was doing the warm-up, I felt really well, but I knew in 100 meter you cannot do one mistake. But from the beginning, I came away really fast, and then I was in a really good flow, so I felt it.
Amazing. Congratulations again and all the best. Thank you, Katrin.
Thank you very much.
Well, the queen of Nottwil, Catherine de Brunner, 4 starts, 4 wins, 4 world records. And as you heard, her biggest fan watching on. The next T54, Rossonelli of Switzerland in lane 1, De Santos of Brazil in 2, Kodja of Finland in 3, Alphonse of Mauritius in 4, Rokawa of Japan in 5, Helbling, RC Central Spice in lane 6, Meunier of Germany in 7, and Beikula of Belgium in lane 8. Leading early is Kataja of Finland in lane 3, and going further clear, Kataja will win here from in lane 4, Alphonse. Kataja wins from Alphonse in second, and Helbling of RC Central Spice came through for third. Amanda Kataja of Finland wins the T54. Marie Alphonse of Mauritius kept her under pressure, finishes in second, and in third was Helbling some way back.
Every revolution starts by a single spark. Can we build the world's fastest racing wheelchair? Yes, but not on our own. Over the past 4 years, the best in their fields have joined forces to build something new with groundbreaking potential. Aerodynamically perfect, simultaneously light and rigid, as swift as an arrow, and as precise as a Swiss watch. After countless hours of development, testing, optimization and collaboration between the athletes and engineers, we can finally reveal the fruit of our work. OT Fox.
zahlen Sie nur für den Schutz, den Sie wirklich wollen. Mit unserer neuen Autoversicherung. Allianz.
Die Bahn ist übrigens offen für die Trainingssession über Mittag. Track is open, but only the lane 4 until 8. Die Bahnen 4 bis 8 sind jetzt in der Mittagszeit wieder für die Trainings geöffnet. In der Zwischenzeit haben wir die Resultate schwarz auf weiß erhalten. Der Weltrekord von Katrin Debrunner, der wurde bestätigt. Neuer Weltrekord über 100 Meter in der Kategorie 53 in 15:70. Gratulation, Katrin Debrunner.
Women's long jump competition just about to get underway. T63, 46 and 47.
Großartig die Leistung von Katrin Debrunner. Und auch eine erfreuliche Nachricht für Tanja Hexele, die in der Kategorie 52 eine persönliche Bestleistung gefahren ist.
2 T63 athletes, Gitte Hennen of Belgium and Sofia Gonzalez from Switzerland. The world record, in fact, in the T63 was broken in the second of these World Grand Prix events by Martina Caroni of Italy only a few weeks ago. One athlete in the T46, Chloe Corbin of France, and one athlete in the T47 from Thailand, Sashawan Inchalot. 15.7 at the confirmed time from Catherine de Bruyne. Well, if you're going to break a world record, why not do it in style? 15.7. Just to give some indication, the previous world record 16.19. So nearly half a second she's broken the world record by.
Ja, so hatte ich es jetzt auch. So hatte ich es jetzt auch mir vorgestellt. Kann ich gerade mal schon schauen.
Also, that was a looking back for the time there. I think in second place, just await confirmation, but in second place, Samantha Kinghorn could well have been underneath the world record time as well.
Kriegen wir einen Blick auf die Anzeigetafel, also können wir Ihnen von hier aus gar nicht sagen, wie weit es die Springerinnen in die Grube hüpfen und jumpen.
Soll ich jetzt noch meine Mobile holen?
Louis Coffin mit 4 Meter 26 im ersten Versuch. Aus Thailand in der Klasse 47.
First round of jumps then in the long jump. In for shot then with her first. Four meters and 5 in the T47. T20 anchor snares of Belgium.
Meter 76 für Anke Snijers im ersten Versuch.
And she's taking on Rika Octavia of Indonesia.
Damit ist der erste Durchgang im Weitsprung beendet. Und bitte Hähnen startet den zweiten Durchgang. Versuch für die Athleten aus Belgien.
And 4:12 her jump in round 2. Sofia Gonzalez of Switzerland. Valid jump. Just seeing the 4:12 jump of Heinen. .347 in round 2. Chloe Corbin of France, the only T46 athlete here, and runs straight through in her second round. In the shot then of Thailand, 4 meters and 0.5 in round 1, 4.05. She doesn't improve on that. 3.72 in round 2. Now the battle of the T20 athletes. Snares of Belgium, round 2. Gets the white flag. .415 in round 2. Now her battle is with Octavia of Indonesia. 28 years old, taking on her 20-year-old opponents. And that looks a big leap. Does she get the white flag? Yes, she does. Plenty of height on that jump. And that looks like it could well take the lead. 4 meters and 68 indeed. She takes the lead in the T20. Round 3. Hayden of Belgium. 4 meters and 3, so she doesn't improve on her best 4:12 at the moment. Gonzalez, we're looking to get towards the 4 meter mark. And that's, if given a white flag, I reckon could be a better jump than in round 2. 3:47, just the height here. Let's have another look. Yes, a lot higher than in round 2. Did she have the same pace? 3:47 her best. Can she get towards that 4 meter mark? .342, so she had the heights, but not the distance this time. Now, Chloe Corbin of France will need to get a valid jump here. Ran through last time. And that's a foul jump. Needs to sort her a runway out at the moment. Calculations all wrong. In the shot of Thailand's T47, best so far of 4:05 in round 1. .428, her best jump to date. Stayers then in round 3. 4:15, her best so far. Tavia gets the white flag for her third jump. .468 in round 2. On to the 4th round. Being encouraged from the crowd. Hainan, I think that might be just shy of her best. 4:12. Red flag for Gonzalez in round 4. Now, can Corbin sort out her takeoff issues? Oh, I think she may have overstepped again, yes. Ran through it a couple of times and overstepped the mark now on another couple of times. Coming towards the end of round 4. Into shot then with her 4th jump. Snares of Belgium being encouraged again by supporters in Nottwil. Now on to Snares. And she gets a few cheers there from the crowd. I think they quite delighted. She's put maybe a full jump together. All different aspects so far have been on show. She had height in one jump. She had pace on another. She was excellent on the board in round 2. Can she try and reel in Octavia? Here is Erica Octavia. And she gets the white flag, so far leading the T20 competition, 4.68 in round 2.
Das Freispringen der Frauen läuft. Wir sind da mit 4 Durchgängen bereits durch. 2 Durchgänge stehen noch an.
Well, that looks spot on the runway. Let's see if she gets the white flag. Yes, that was a impressive feat of long jump from Hennen. At the moment, just struggling to go beyond just over 4 meters. 4.12 her best. Very consistent though, around that 4 meter 10 rock. 4.12 again, her best in round 2. 4.29 in round 5. Looked good when she planted the blade there on the takeoff. Looked to be determined and again put all parts of the jump together. 4.25.
Im Moment gibt es ein paar Probleme mit der Windmessung beim Weitsprung. Deshalb eine kleine Verzögerung in diesem 5. Durchgang. Im 5. Durchgang, in welchem Gitte Hennen aus Belgien 4,29 Meter gesprungen ist. Das war ihre bisherige Bestweite in diesem Wettkampf.
Just a slight delay to proceedings whilst the officials get themselves set for the remainder of round 5 and round 6 of the long jump. Plenty of information on the website. If you head to the World Paralympics website, you can find the schedule for this afternoon. Just let you know local time, 2 o'clock start, the 100 metres for men and women from 2 o'clock local time in Switzerland. Also, we'll have the sitting discus and the long jump. 1,500 metres will finish the final day of 3 here in Nottwil on the track.
Also es ist eine gute Mischung, weil ich muss ganz voneinander rennen und dann ist es gleich ein bisschen entlastet, wenn das nicht stabilisiert.
So whilst the officials are sorting out all the technical measuring devices used in the long jump, let's see some of the highlights from the javelin this morning.
Weitsprung geht weiter. Jetzt sind wir bei Sofia González im 5. Versuch. mittendrin in diesem 5. Versuch der Weitsprungkonkurrenz. Beiden Frauen mit Sofia González in der Klasse.
Well, looks like we're ready to get back underway then in round 5, and Chloe Corbin then of France, who so far has had issues with the takeoff. She's managed to get her stride pattern wrong on a few occasions running through, and also then fouling when making what she hoped to be a valid jump.
Weite der Westschweizerin nicht genau sagen. Chloé Corbin aus Frankreich macht bereit für ihren 5. Versuch. Bisher 3-0.
Gets the jump in and gets a white flag as well. That's what she wanted to see. So at least it will be a valid jump. Only T46 athlete in this contest. Showing a slow-mo there of her jump, giving her the exact details, what went right and also what went wrong and what she can improve on. The fact that it was a valid jump. Certainly to the benefit of her competition after fouling in the first 4 rounds. In the shot of Thailand, the only T47 athlete, currently registering jumps just over 4 meters, 4 meters 28 in fact in round 3. It's her best.
Wir schauen zum Weitsprung und zu Anke Snijers aus Belgien in der Klasse T20. Sie bei ihrem 5. und damit zweitletzten Versuch im Weitsprung. Bisher war sie weltweit 4,33 Meter.
Once again, great encouragement for Snares of Belgium.
Das gibt die weiße Fahne für die Belgierin auf 5.
Still behind Octavia in the T20.
Müssen wir immer noch auf die Weitenangaben warten. Was wir wissen ist, dass nun Rika Oktaria aus Indonesien in der Klasse T20 zu ihrem 5. Versuch startet. Bisher 4,68 Meter. Nein, 4,79 Meter sogar im 4. Versuch der Westline.
And there's the leader, Rika Octavia of Indonesia in the T20, and another valid jump as we go into the final round of jumps.
Explosiv abspringen konnte. Und damit geht dieser 5. Durchgang zu Ende und wir erwarten die Hennen beim Anlauf für ihren 6. und letzten Versuch.
Final round of the long jump. Excellent jump of 4.25 in round 5 for Gitte Hennen of Belgium. Leading the T63 competition. against Gonzalez of Switzerland.
Sophia Gonzalez, die Schweizerin, steht nun bereit.
Here is Sophia Gonzalez, her final jump.
Gilt es Daumenrücken für die Westschweizerin.
Sophia Gonzalez completes her sixth, so unfortunately with a foul jump for her. 3:47 in round 2. Now it looks to be close on the board.
Chloé Corbin aus Frankreich in der Klasse 46. Sie steht nun bereit für ihren letzten Versuch.
Chloé Corbin of France, and she gets a white flag, it seems, in the final round, which she hasn't seen too many times. I think she saved her best for last in what's been a troublesome competition, really, with her stride pattern.
Drei Athletinnen stehen noch an für den 6. Versuch im Weitsprung mit Sasirawan Inchatot aus Thailand. Die nächste Athletin bei ihrem letzten Versuch.
Sasirawan Ishlat of Thailand.
Wie für alle Athletinnen, wir feuern sie an auf ihrem Weg zum Balken.
And she gets the white flag. Only T47 athlete here at 4:28, her current best in round 3.
Anke Snijers aus Belgien bei ihrem letzten Versuch in der Klasse 20. 4,33 Meter haben wir irgendwann mal notiert auf dem Notenblatt. Wir sehen sie jetzt also bei ihrem letzten Versuch.
Two more leaps to go. Number 44, Anke Snares of Belgium. Gets the white flag.
Nun kommen wir zur letzten Athletin in dieser Weitsprung-Konkurrenz, liebe Zuschauerinnen und Zuschauer. Rika Oktaria aus Indonesien mit 4,79 Meter. Soweit unsere etwas unvollständige Buchhaltung. 4,79 Meter hatte sie in diesem Wettkampf im 4. Durchgang zu verzeichnen. Der letzte Versuch.
And the final jump then will be from Rika Octavia of Indonesia, who will win the T20. 4:68 in round 2.
Aber auch auf der Bahn starten 14 Uhr geht es dann los.
Seems delighted with her final jump. And she'll take out the T20 competition to round off the morning session in Nottwil on the final day of the Nottwil 2022 World Paralympics Grand Prix. This afternoon, loads to look forward to. Local time, make sure you join us at 2 o'clock local time here in Switzerland for the 100 metres. We'll have the 1500 metres to round off the action on the track. Plenty of action in the field with the sitting discus for women and also the women's long jump as well later on to finish day 3. So 100 metres and 1500 metres on the track, and that's at 2 o'clock here local time in Switzerland. Excited to bring you the coverage this afternoon. We'll be with you in just over an hour's time.
Dank auch Rollstuhlsport Schweiz Patronatgeber und World Paralympics.
Every revolution starts by a single spark. Can we build the world's fastest racing wheelchair? Yes, but not on our own. Over the past 4 years, the best in their fields have joined forces to build something new with groundbreaking potential. Aerodynamically perfect, simultaneously light and rigid, as swift as an arrow, and as precise as a Swiss watch.